So I'm actually supposed to be streaming The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time right now, but there's something that I need to tell you guys about, and no, it cannot wait. You see, before streaming, I usually like to handle all of my food stuff, like what I'm going to eat for that day, whenever I can. And I was going through my pantry and noticed that I had a surprising amount of tortilla chips. And I don't want them to go stale, I have to get rid of them or anything like that, so I'm like, great. We're doing something with the tortilla chips today. But I don't really have anything to go with them, and I'm not about to just eat regular plain tortilla chips like a fucking psychopath. So it's time to go to the store. And I'm at the store and I'm like, oh, this is simple. Just get some queso cheese and call it a day. Shout out to queso. But then I look and I see that they want like almost $7 for a damn jar of queso cheese before taxes. They got me messed up out here. So I'm like, well, I'm not spending that much money on a small jar of queso cheese. That's ridiculous. I'm gonna make it myself. I've done it before, but never quite like this. So I go and I get my cheese. You can use pretty much whatever type of cheese you want, I think. I just went with Velveeta because it's a brand that I know and recognize. There are a lot of brands of cheese that I'm just like, I don't quite know what you are, and I'm not trying to risk it right now. But on one of the shelves, I see adobo. And I absolutely love adobo sauce. But the only time that I've ever really used it was with fish tacos. So we'll do like a fish taco and then drizzle the adobo sauce over it, and it is so good. It's so freaking good. But I'm like, it's really cheap. It's like $1. I can afford $1. So I grab it. So what I do is on low heat, I throw my cheese into a little pot. And I melt it. I'm stirring it so it doesn't burn. And, you can't just have regular basic cheese. So I'm adding in my seasonings. I add cumin. I do some chili powder, garlic powder, also onion powder. I thought about using cayenne pepper, but I'm like, I don't know. With everything else that I'm about to do to this cheese, trust me, I don't think you need that. So I skipped the cayenne pepper, sorry. And I don't, hear me now, I don't add salt or pepper. Now, usually, a lot of people, salt and pepper is like the only seasoning they'll add to their food, but I am not those people. Once my cheese is melted and my seasonings are added, I immediately grab a can of Rotel. If you don't know what Rotel is, it's nothing particularly special. It's just diced tomatoes and chilies for flavor. This particular can is fire roasted. It doesn't mean that it's spicy or anything. It just means that they roasted the tomatoes before they added it in the can. And that char gives it its flavor. So it's diced tomatoes and green chilies. If you can't buy a can of that, you can just do it yourself. It's not a big deal. And I stir that in. So for me personally, I like queso cheese that's a little bit more on the runny side because I think that it makes a better dip. If you like yours thicker, you just add less of the diced tomatoes and chilies and adobo sauce. So more cheese, less of everything else. If you want it more watery, you add more of that other stuff in your cheese. And the best part about doing this is like all of the flavors are present, like nothing really needs to cook. So you can just take a chip or dip your spoon in and taste it, and once you get the consistency that you like, then that's how you know that you're good to go. Adding in the adobo sauce to this queso was such a great idea. I don't know if it's common to do. Like, I've never really heard anyone say that they do that to their queso cheese. So I was just kind of making stuff up. But it turned out really, really good. The adobo sauce itself has its own little bit of spice, and I don't add the peppers themselves into it because I don't want to mess up the consistency. So I just literally opened up the can and put it in my spoon and got like only the sauce bits out. I'm not gonna waste the peppers. I'll probably do something like puree them and add them to guacamole or something later, some other time. Or maybe somebody in my family wants to make salsa with them. I don't know. But right now, I don't want that in my queso cheese, so I just got the juicy bits out of the can, and I'll save the rest for something else. If you're like allergic to spice, don't worry. This isn't very spicy. It's got a little bit of heat to it, but if you're the type of person who really, really wants to get in there and make it spicy, then all you have to do is you can add in some jalapeno. You can actually take one of these peppers and cut it up or puree it and add it to the cheese, and that'll give it a lot of heat. Just sort of depends on what you like, but the important thing for me was that all of the flavor is there, and it absolutely is. This came out so freaking delicious that I had to drop everything that I was going to do today to tell you about it. The amount of people who tell me that they're like door dashing or they're going out to a restaurant or something is alarming. And there's just too many people who don't know how to cook, and I don't like that. These days, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's okay to go out to eat, go to restaurants and stuff every now and then. But here recently, it feels like every time I go somewhere, I'm paying more than I want to, and the food or drink doesn't taste as good as if I make it myself. So, I make it myself and save the money. Making this, I mean, I didn't have to buy the chips, but making this cheese dip cost me like $3 or $4 total. Like, I paid basically nothing. And the end result is way better than what I would have gotten from a jar or a can of pre-made stuff. If you try this, let me know what you think down in the comments below. Do you make your own queso cheese? And if so, what do you add to it to get that nice flavor? I'd love to hear about it. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in another video. I might even stream later on today, but we'll see. Don't quote me on that.